At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. News is also brought to you by the St. Therese Mission, a future venue for cultural and environmental events near Pahrump. Get involved. Visit us at sttheresemission.com or call 702-507-4172. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, 2 people are injured after their home catches fire.
A special card from the town will be sent to Aurora, Colorado.
And Quilts for Cancer makes a special delivery. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, August 6, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46.
2 residents who are victims of a structure fire were treated and released for smoke inhalation after their home on the west side of town caught fire early Saturday morning.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies responded to a structure fire early Saturday morning, approximately 1:30 off of Bell Vista and Arvin Street near Corbin. We're going to speak to Lieutenant Anita Smith.
We had a report for a structure fire. Crews responded and they found a well-involved garage and a self-enclosed breezeway on fire, and it had extended to the main structure.
Who all responded to this?
Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue responded with a normal complement of equipment, engines and tenders and ambulances.
And at first reported, it was pretty well involved, wasn't it?
Correct. The garage was, from what I'm understanding, it was basically fully involved with extension into the breezeway and into the main structure.
How do we fight this?
Well, initially the crews decided to do a master stream attack to knock down the fire. It's a rapid attack to try to control as much as they can, and then they resulted into interior firefighting at that.
Did we have any injuries on scene?
There were 2 people that were treated for smoke inhalation. Neither of those people were transported. They were both treated and released on scene.
Those were the residents of the home.
That's correct.
And as far as the fire and the investigation is concerned?
It's undetermined right now.
And so it doesn't look like it's maliciously intent fire?
As far as we can tell, no.
And as far as that's concerned, we also had Nye County Sheriffs on scene as well?
Yes, they frequently respond to us to help us control traffic. It's very, very dangerous with all of our equipment on the roads, so they typically respond and control the traffic for us.
Once again, the residents, 2 people were treated and released from the scene for smoke inhalation. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue conducted the investigation, which appears to be accidental. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And Butch Andre Harper has now added another trip to his list in between delivering collages with patches on them to children's hospitals throughout the United States. He now plans on visiting Aurora, Colorado. He is in the process of making a giant sympathy card with as many signatures from the citizens in the town of Pahrump as he can collect. He wants to reach out to the victims, families, and community of Aurora, which suffered a massacre on the opening night of the new Batman film, in which 12 people lost their lives and 58 others were injured when a gunman shot into a crowded theater at the midnight showing of The Dark Knight Rises.
I put a collage together to take to Colorado, Aurora, Colorado. I'm taking the collage, I'm taking all the signatures of the citizens of Pahrump, Nevada, and it's a condolence message from us to them. It's a very powerful message and this is what it's all about. So next August 11th, Desert View Hospital between 9 and 1 in the afternoon. Please come up there. I will be up there with a booth with the other people. Smiles Across Pahrump banner will be there. Just come up, sign the condolence card, and from there, I will be taking them up to Colorado and present it to Aurora, and hopefully it'll be a positive message from us to them, and that's the least we can do for them. So please come up there, sign your signature, and I'll get it up to Aurora, Colorado, and that's all we got to do, a positive message.
Let's talk a little bit about today. You started very early in the morning. What time did you start? And you went to a lot of places, but can you tell us some of the places you went to?
Well, I started at 7 o'clock this morning. I've been to Domino's, Pizza, High Tech Muffler.
What kind of response did you get from people?
Well, I did get a lot of responses. Some of them were positive, period. Once I told them what the project is all about, they just jumped at it. They said, definitely we would. Then some people asked me, well, what are you going to do with our names? You know, I just had to repeat constantly what the whole thing is all about. And anyway, I got over 300 signatures. Hopefully I can get at least another 1,000 and be able to do that August 11th. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're just going to try to send a positive message from Pahrump to Aurora, Colorado.
And when will you be taking this collage down there?
I believe I'll be leaving around the 16th of August. And I just happened to meet a man today at Judy Hargis Car Wash Studios, who happens to be from Aurora, Colorado, and he took a picture of the collage and sent it off to his son and daughters, and they just might find out about what I'm going to do before I even contact them. But it's all a positive message. That's all we got to do.
More local news to come after the break. Please stay with us.
Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
Welcome back to News 46. A gunman killed 6 people and critically wounded 3 at a Sikh temple in suburban Wisconsin during Sunday services before police shot him dead. The attack is being treated as domestic terrorism. The gunman opened fire when he entered the kitchen as women were preparing a Sunday meal. The suspect has been identified as Wade M. Page. 40-year-old Page is a United States Army veteran who served from 1992 until 1998. Officials at the Southern Poverty Law Center said that they had been tracking Mr. Page for about a decade because of his ties to the white supremacist movement, and they described him as a frustrated neo-Nazi who had been the leader of a white racist white power band.
And we caught up with Diane Davis, the owner of Dream Chase Horse Rescue, regarding the 11 horses she gave to Happy Acres Sanctuary in May.
So Symphony Animal Foundation has decided that they're trying to find some homes for these horses. Is that what you wanted to have done, is to have them find homes, or are you against that, and for what reason?
Most of the horses that I let go to Steve had reasons that they were unadoptable or were going to be very hard to adopt. That's why I thought that I was doing right by them to put them in a sanctuary. You know, one had extremely bad knees. One, a couple of them had dental problems. One of them had a bad back. I wanted them to go to the sanctuary where they would be in one location. I would know where they were. I would know they were being taken care of, and not just scattered out to who knows where. So the reason I'm against Symphony taking them, one, was because it was hidden from me. They were not supposed to have been involved in this at all. Nobody from them came forth and said they were involved. This all came out after the fact, after the horses was gone from here. And as I understand it, they're adopting them out for $50 a piece. Those can go to kill buyers for $50. And I have to question, if someone only pays $50 for a horse, can they even afford to feed them? And those
and
same
speaking-
horses were for adoption here, and I couldn't adopt them. So
Speaking about feed, and you spoke about the horses not having food for 5 days. The vet has said that the horses were 300 to 500 pounds underweight, and that they had hoof problems, dental problems, and it was quite a bit of money to get the vet to come out to see them. You still have horses here. Are you able to? And horses are expensive. Are you able to care for the horses that you have here with the hoof care and dental care and feeding as well?
we're still struggling a little bit, but yes, they're being taken care of. The hoof care right now is in need of being done because our horseshoer's been out of town. But he's due back just about any time now, and we're on his schedule already for them to come and do the horses. And as far as the teeth problem goes, the only other horse we had here who had some teeth problem is actually got an owner. He's just still being kept here, and she's already had that taken care of. Someone has already come out and done the horse's teeth. So the answer to your question is yes, we are.
And during this morning's presentation of Quilts from Barbara Johnston, the staff at the Nevada State Health Division wanted to make you aware that August is Breastfeeding Awareness Month. Here are some facts for expecting and new moms.
Well, we received some quilts from Quilts for Cancer, and this is National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. And here at Nevada State Health Division, the health nurse office, we are celebrating National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. And Barbara and her organization has so graciously donated the quilts for our breastfeeding moms.
Laura, you actually teach breastfeeding. What do you do actually?
I'm a certified lactation counselor. So if anybody in the valley has trouble with breastfeeding or can't get started or needs some help in that area, I'd be willing to help out, no problem. That's what we're here for.
Moms and new moms know what you're talking about when you say having trouble with that, because sometimes it isn't a little issue, a little bump to get over to get started.
Yes, it is. We don't see it too much publicly in our society. Most of our parents didn't breastfeed, et cetera, but now we want to help people understand how beneficial it is to babies.
Let's talk about the benefits.
Okay, so and many benefits for breastfeeding babies. First, you have that beautiful bond between mom and baby, and that's a very important thing. Also, breastfed babies are healthier, less ear infections, less obesity, less heart disease, less diabetes, 50% reduction in sudden infant death syndrome. Breastfeeding is natural. It's the best milk for the babe. We here want to promote Laura's services. Laura is one of our WIC staff, but I want to make it very clear to people that you do not have to be a patient of Public Health and Clinical Services. You don't have to be a WIC client. Anybody that needs assistance with breastfeeding, please call us, 751-7070. 727-4884 are the two phone numbers, and we would be more than happy to have you come to the clinic, have Laura work with you. This is about promoting breastfeeding, and we want folks in the Valley to know that we have a wonderful resource in Laura, and if you're having trouble with the baby latching on, if you're having trouble with your milk supply, if you're having concerns and doubts that you can even breastfeed, if you're pregnant and you're wondering about breastfeeding, please come see us. We'll be happy to give you the information you need, the education you need. And again, we're very grateful to Barbara and Quilts for Cancer for thinking about us and helping out our moms and our babes.
Laura, tell me what kind of satisfaction this brings you to teach moms such an important thing.
Just knowing the benefits to the babies and the mom's health as well. It's worth, I can't even tell you, it's just worth millions of bucks to me. It's an amazing feeling.
Stay with us. We're going to have more news after the break.